Good morning, it's day 2 here at Fox Resorts in Jaffna, and today is a really interesting day because we have a lot of places we want to visit and a lot of things we want to do today as well. So first things first, we woke up in the morning, well rested after yesterday's very long day, and came and had breakfast, which was so good. And I must mention that at Fox they serve some really delicious authentic Jaffna style dishes, which is such a refreshing change as well. And yeah, so we are now ready to go since our tummies are full. So we are going to first I think go to a few temples and stuff. So we're going to take you guys with us on this nice little trip. We are at the Kadurugode or Kandarode temple, which is right behind us, and the significance of this temple is that it is ancient and it's an archaeological site as well, and also it is believed to have been built by a prince of the Shailendra dynasty during the Sri Vijaya kingdom. This is according to some of the inscriptions that Professor Senratna has discovered and read and understood at the same particular site. And also the bigger significance of this site is that they believe that during Lord Buddha's second visit to Sri Lanka that he stayed here for some time as well. Also, thirdly, during the Anuradhapura era, when Sangamita Tharaniya brought the bow sapling through Dambakola Patuna, which is now what we call Sri Mahabodhiya. So they believe that at the time when she came through boat to Dambakola Patuna and she transported the bow sapling all the way to Anuradhapura, she basically went through this site and she visited this particular temple on her way to Anuradhapura to plant the bow sapling as well. So that is the significance of the Kandarode or the Kadurugode temple in Jaffna. We are at the very famous Nilvarai well, which is right in the Nilvarai area in the Jaffna district. I am sure most of you all know all about it, or it's a very popular place to travel to when you are in Jaffna as well. Well, it's called the Nilvarai bottomless well because of the fact that for the longest time they couldn't find the depth of this well, but then with recent interference from the Sri Lankan Navy, and they sent a rover to kind of measure the depth, and they measured it at 52.5 meters. And this well is also responsible for providing water for all the irrigational needs of all the neighboring fields around the area throughout the year, so it never runs out of water as well. And they also believe that this Nilvarai well is probably connected to the Kirimale Pond, which is around 10 kilometers away from this location, which could be because like when you do look at it, you see the blue water here, and also if you know Keerimalai, which we'll be going to soon as well, also has very similar colored water too. So yeah, it's really beautiful here. at Point Pedro or Sukhothai Cape it is called now, which is the northernmost point of the country. Well, to tell you a little bit about Point Pedro is, well, basically the name comes from the Portuguese term Pontas das Pedras, which means the rocky cape, because as you can see all around behind me is just corals and rocks. So back in the day it would have been the same or if not more. So that's where the name comes from. But this particular harbour was called the Cotton Harbour back in the day, and the city, the village in which Point Pedro is in, which is Parututirei, also means cotton harbour because they have been exporting cotton from this point to South India for centuries. The water is really beautiful and so blue, and this place is so nice, and it's quite quiet also for today, but great time to be here too at like 12:30 p.m. where it's absolutely like burning hot, but it's so beautiful nevertheless. We are at the Terrymandicum Limestone Cave here in Valvetithere in Jaffna, and most of the old structures that were built in Jaffna were built using limestone, coral, brick and mortar, as you know, and we saw even in the fort. So even this cave is, I think it's a completely natural occurrence. It doesn't look like there's been a lot of human interference, but there is a large open pit that exposes a circle of caverns in all directions, and this setting is so perfect. Like, there's so much shelter, shade and everything, and there is a Siambala tree right in the center that completely like provides like an umbrella of shade. So even the name Terrymandicum actually means the great shelter. So maybe back in the day it was used by so many people for shelter and shade, and maybe they even lived here. But it's truly a really beautiful, really wonderful location. It's in a slightly more remote agricultural area of Valvetithere as well. So it was discovered, according to what I've read and researched on, it was discovered by a farmer who was digging for a well. So that's what we know about Terrymandicum Stone Cave. But then we just walked over the ridge and like at this beautiful crystal clear water, and it's just all shades of blue, so beautiful. However, I did read when I was doing some research that this is one of the most like quiet beaches, but of course with the holidays and everything the beach is quite busy as well. It's nice to see. But also like the littering has become quite a big problem here. I've noticed all throughout Jaffna, so very sad to say, even though this beach stretch right here is so beautiful, right behind like on this land stretch it's just absolute like chaotic plastic and so much stuff dumped everywhere. But yeah, as you can see the beach is busy, but this is also something that happens when like people just don't clean up after themselves, I guess. We are at the Kirimale Pond, which is about 10 minutes away from KK's beach. So the main pond that you see as soon as you enter is the pond for the men. What's really special about this pond is that there is a belief that it has miraculous healing water. So if you bathe in it, all of your illnesses and sicknesses will be cured. And there's also another pond for the females on the other side. And yeah, the interesting thing about this pond is also that it's fresh water from the spring. But what's separating the Kirimale Pond and the beach is just a stone wall. So they say that the water doesn't mix as well. And during the full moon, there is a little bit of high tide, so there's salt water that comes in, and it all clears out by the first moon. So that's a really interesting fact about the pond as well. So the other thing that I want to say is they don't allow you to wear slippers when you're going into the pond, so you can't wear any footwear out of respect. And yeah, it is a really interesting city, and the color of the water is really beautiful, just like I mentioned at the Nilvarai well. It's very similar. Beautiful place. This Patuna or Jammu was built by King Devananda to establish that, and that's what we see right here. And it's a beautiful location. You can see that it's open to the ocean as well, and there's a little like a statue and everything made to kind of show with the boat and everything to show the bringing of the sacred bow sapling. So this sacred bow sapling that was brought down by Sangamika is what we call today Sri Mahabodhi in Anuradhapura, and 8 shoots of the Sri Mahabodhi was also planted by King Devananda in and around the same area. So let's take you inside the Dambakola Vihar. Patuna, I kind of convinced Gamith saying, you know what, let's just go back to like KK's beach, and then he told me to pick between if I want to do Kasarina or if I want to come back here. But even he was in favor of coming back here because of water. It was just so beautiful, and Kasarina is more of like a lagoon kind of beach, so we thought, why not? And so we are in the water here, and the sun is going down as well on the side. The beach is quite crowded, but yeah, nevertheless it's just so beautiful. I'm so glad we got into the water to just really enjoy it here, because we haven't really had the chance to get into the water and enjoy the beach at all. But this place is really nice, and there's police lifeguards and everyone around, so it's super safe as well. So if you come to Jaffna, you know the beach you need to visit, Kasantere Beach. We got back after KK's beach, went to Rio once more, and I am right now in bed going to sleep because the heat really got to me today, because there's also a heat warning going out for the north central and the north areas, and wow, like I'm really feeling it today. So I was going to do the stories and everything after we got back, because we also got back pretty early, like at around 7 p.m. but I was just like completely out, had dinner and had a shower, and I'm just going to crash because I have also classes tomorrow, and then we are covering a little bit of the property in the morning, so I'm going to be well rested for tomorrow. So we will catch you guys tomorrow for day 3.